This is a PRS P50E, and I think it's just about the best Parlor Acoustic you can get for under $1,000. I'm going to talk about that a little bit in this video. Now, if you want the specs in full detail, I'm going to leave a link in the description. I'll go over them very briefly right now. It's sitting at about $900 street price. You can find used ones around $600 or so. The P50E is a 25 or 24 3/4 scale length, so the same as a Les Paul. It's not as short as some Parlors. They can be as short as 24 inches, some of them. So I think it's still long enough to get plenty of volume, but it's just really nicely balanced. Okay, wood-wise here, we've got an ebony fingerboard. We've got a solid spruce top, really important, and then figured maple back and sides. And here's a tip: if you're shopping for an acoustic guitar, if it says anything other than solid wood, it's probably a laminate or some other material. Now, just because it's a laminate doesn't mean that it's made of plastic or composite. It's literally just laminated pieces of solid wood put together, but it's not one piece of wood. It's many layers here. And so on the outside, we have a beautiful figured maple. And if you look on the inside, actually, you can see it's got that same figured design. So it's figured maple on the outside and the inside, and then maybe inside the two pieces of maple is like basswood or something. It saves a lot of money. You basically get the same sort of sound. Some people might argue you don't get as much volume. The really important piece here is the top, and this is a solid piece of Sitka Spruce. So yeah, it comes with electronics. It's an undersaddle piezo. It doesn't really sound that good, but you can plug in if you want to. I don't really think any undersaddle piezo sounds good, and I've made plenty of videos about that. But let's check out what this guitar sounds like strumming. Now, the reason we got the PRS, and I say we, I bought it for my wife's 30th birthday about a month ago. And we've had this cheaper Alvarez Parlor sitting on the couch for like 6 or 7 years. That's just where it lives, basically. Either of us, we pick it up and play it. And Well, lately she's been teaching a guitar class in her high school. So she wanted a guitar of her own that she can learn on and maybe is a little bit better than that Alvarez. And so as we've been looking around through stores for the last couple months, we really didn't find anything that we wanted. Nothing that I thought was worth the money until you hit about the $700 price point. The Alvarez was $250 years ago, and that's a nice guitar. It's nowhere near as nice as this, but I feel like for some reason the newer Alvarez's just aren't as good as they were 10, 15 years ago. Yeah, even the Baby Taylors we didn't really like too much. We found that $700 the spot that you started getting a real guitar for your money. So eventually I found this one. The fretwork's amazing on it. It's got the beautiful birds, functional dual action truss rod. So it should be a good, healthy guitar for a long time. And this is what I decided to get her. Now, the only thing I've changed about this guitar is just the strings. It comes with 12s. I think 12s are a little bit too heavy for a nice, sweet parlor sound, This is a guitar you're not going to be digging in, or you can if you want to. It's not going to sound very good. You want to play it lightly. And I think 11s lend themselves much better to a guitar of this size. So I use the Martin Lifespan 11 gauge set. They last a really long time and they sound great. I had them on my D28. That's what I usually use, the 13 gauge version. And I realized the last set I had on, I put on when we moved into this house in September, and I just took them off about a week or two ago. So I got 6 months out of those. The PRS P50E, I'll stand by it. I think it's the best Parlor Acoustic you can get for under $1,000. It's just a beautiful sound. Let me know what you think. You can check it out at the link in the description if you choose to buy it through that link, through zZounds. Once you've entered that site, that'll give me a small kickback that goes to help support the channel and these types of videos that I make. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.